Good day and welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. I want to thank you for joining me. Yesterday, we made concrete our examination of two very different stances towards life. The first one we called victim identity, and that leaves us feeling done to by others and sometimes even by life. And the second stance or position involves acceptance along with grief. And this acceptance along with grief provides for resilience, even amidst disappointment or frustrations. So the first psychological position that we discussed, the victimized identity, it leaves us much more vulnerable to what we've been talking about here, which is the red alert brain. And the red alert brain is more associated with emotional distress, hence it's correlated with a higher addictive relapse rate. So that's the first psychological position of the victim identity. The second position, which we're calling acceptance along with grief, provides us an easier means for staying connected to resting brain. And resting brain is our steadiest ally in protecting our sobriety. I have an exercise to suggest for you today. And what I'd like to suggest is that you go back to yesterday's Distressful Experience Map with a slightly different twist. And here's that twist. I want you to start with 5 minutes of mindfulness practice. Start by closing your eyes and then begin to slowly breathe in through your nose. Notice your stomach as it rises slowly when you inhale and falls slowly when you exhale. And while you're doing this, thoughts and sensations will come. Allow them to come and go. If your mind wanders from the breath, just gently bring your attention back to the rising and falling of your stomach with each successive breath. That's the exercise. I'd like you to try that for 5 minutes. And once you've done that, what I want to invite you to do is to review yesterday's mind-body mapping exercise, the one that we called the Distressful Experience Map. And I'd like you to go through the following steps. First of all, ask yourself what somebody did or said to you this past week that particularly upset you. That's the first part of the exercise. The second part is what you believe that person should have said or done instead. The third part was distressful thoughts or feelings that arose around your experience of that individual's behavior. The fourth aspect of that map was your response to the following question. I want you to ask yourself that question today. After you've done the mindfulness exercise, you reviewed yesterday's map, including those first 3 items. And the fourth item, your response to this question. Do I continue to believe that my distress was more due to this person's actions? Or could it have been more a function of the requirements I placed on this interaction? Ask yourself that question today. And then finally, number 5, I'd like you to note any and all differences between today's map, which is the same thing we did yesterday, with one difference. Today we practice mindfulness. So compare today's map with yesterday's map, and let's see what you discover. We'll come back tomorrow to unpack what you experienced here, okay? I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope that you'll stay healthy, stay well, be safe out there, and I'll look forward to meeting you tomorrow. Homework assignment in hand. Take good care.